this is the last thing you want to say to somebody who left a multi-level marketing business or a commercial cult? Well, you seem paranoid. So, the other day I was online and I saw a conversation play out between two people. One person was spilling the heart about having to leave the multi-level marketing business and the fact that they lost who they thought they were their friends, their forever family, and the financial loss just from buying product, buying inventory, and having to sink a bunch of money into building their business. Another person comes in and says, well, I think you're being very paranoid and kind of unreasonable. I honestly don't think that MLMs or multi-level marketing businesses are that bad. So what's missing? Your story does not seem to really add up. And that person kept nagging and pegging at the other person's story. And that was basically the last thing I wanted to happen or wanted to see happen. Unfortunately, I couldn't comment because the comments were shut off by the time I was able to read the thread. However, for me, as somebody who left a high control group, the last thing I want to be accused of is being paranoid, having parts of my story not add up, and most of all, being told that I have a victim or negative mindset. And for me personally, whenever I hear the word paranoid, I've been called paranoid a lot in my life, especially after leaving the high control group. The high control group has already accused me of having severe mental illness and needing my brain checked up. But yet, I come to find out that the group has already accused many other people of having ailments or illnesses once they leave and once they no longer have any control. These accusations are how the group continues to control people's outside perceptions of the person who left, making it harder for them to land jobs, opportunities, or friendship within the same industry. And that is another reason why I was basically pushed out of the industry that the group was in. So when I was basically being told, or not being told, but when I saw somebody accusing somebody of being paranoid, my heart literally sank, because I have been in that position where people came up and told me, well, Tony, your story does not add up. Tony, your story does not make any sense. What about this? What about that? How come these two, how to get from point A to Z or point A to C? I don't get it. And basically, let me tell you this. As somebody who is autistic and somebody who's very vocal, I realize I might have the soft-spoken voice or just the ability to seem across to be somebody who can get taken seriously. So with that being said, I often hear, well, Tony, why does your story have all these gaps in it? And also, Tony, your story is just not adding up. I can never imagine that happening. I know such and such, and they're the nicest, kindest person. So how come you have that experience? I don't buy it. I think you're being paranoid. You're being too emotional. And also for me, I am also accused of over-exaggerating my story for emotional sympathy, which in reality, yes, I do have a very loud and exaggerated voice, which can kind of make it hard for people to fully be able to understand everything I'm saying, since especially in Western society, we are trained to listen to people who have deeper and soft-spoken voices. My voice is completely opposite, and that is why the last thing you want to say to somebody who left an MLM or high control dynamic is you're paranoid. And with that being said, thank you for watching, and I realize that this is not my usual Hollywood Tower Hotel ramble or rant video, but be sure to subscribe to Tony Hotel if you wish to see more Tower ramble and rant videos, and we'll see you in the next video.